my video. Today I'm going to be talking about turbochargers. We're going to just dive right into it. And you know what? Don't be scared. It'll be easy. I'll help you. I'll explain everything. Just grab a snack, You might not actually be able to eat it because of mask, and you should probably be wearing your mask. But you know what? Just chillax. Everything will be fine. Alright, let's get started. You're like, what is a turbocharger girl? I've never heard of her. Don't know who she is. Well, I'm going to change that. So you're probably like, where do I even start with a turbocharger? Why would I ever need a turbocharger? Well, I'm going to tell you why you're going to need a turbocharger. So basically, when we are high up, especially past 18,000 feet, 50% of the atmosphere is below you. Now, you're probably like, okay, and we're just mad high. No. Less oxygen is at that level. And when I say less, I mean a lot less. It's very thin air up there. There's a 1 to 14 ratio. For each gram of gasoline that burns, the engine needs about 14 grams of oxygen. Now, when you're up at 18,000 feet and there's little oxygen, there's thin air, your engine can't burn more gas than the amount of oxygen allows. So if you have 1 gram of gasoline but only 2 grams of oxygen, girl, your gasoline isn't gonna burn. So it would just go out of the exhaust pipe and create black smoke, which isn't really good for our environment. So this is where turbochargers come in. They say, let me help you out. I can help you, right? So how does it help? So basically, turbochargers pressurize the air. And you're probably like, what does that mean? It pressurizes the air through a compressor. So how does the compressor work? It also needs 2 other main components, the turbine and the shaft. And the shaft connects the compressor and the turbine together. So turbocharger pressurizes the air using the mechanism driven by the engine exhaust. So the engine exhaust is kind of the main factor in this job. So we need this air coming through this exhaust manifold. It goes to the turbine and it also goes out this way with this wastegate. A bit of a deeper and closer look to this diagram. So what I was talking about is this exhaust that's exiting. So I said there's 2 ways. There's this way that has this wastegate, and then there's just the way with this turbine, which counteracts and when the exhaust is blowing the turbine. So basically this spins, which makes this compressor spin. And when the compressor spins, that's what's doing the pressurization of the air, making it so the engine is running normally as if it was closer to the actual sea level, like just how your engine runs normally if you're down by the ground. The reason there's 2 ways is because we don't want all of the exhaust air spinning this turbine, because that could break our engine, and we don't want our engine to break, So there's this other way, which has this wastegate. And so either the wastegate could be automatically opened, but also in some airplanes it has it so it's manual, so the pilot actually has to open itself, because like I said, we don't want this spinning out of control, because then we could break our engine. Positive attributes that this engine gives us at these high altitudes, there is some downside to them. So what do we have to check? What's up with them? What do we need to know? So basically, when we have turbochargers, comes something called turbo lag, or you can overboost. So with turbo lag, there's kind of just a delay when you press on the power and you want your engine to go. Because of the exhaust, you need the exhaust to exert so this can spin. And you can't do that. You need this first. So with that said, if you're giving it too much power, when the turbine finally starts spinning and your compressor starts working, this overboost might apply and your plane might not be able to handle that boost that it gives. Another thing is temperatures. So at these high altitudes, it's very cold, but the engine gets very hot. So, with that contrast of temperatures, it's just something to keep in mind to be careful, just so it doesn't send our engine into shock. And also, for when we finally land, we don't want to touch our engine just because of how hot it is. That would not be good. Alright, gamers, thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here and joining me today in Turbocharger School. I hope you can retain the why, the three main components, and how turbochargers work now. Have a great day. I hope you had just as much fun as I did making this. Bye!